One of the most powerful and respected world leaders is Modi ji. We are expecting that Modi ji will try to influence somehow Putin. We shall be also most grateful to the Modi ji for some words of support and maybe practical assistance to Ukraine. It's not connected directly to me, it's connected to you, it's connected to Indians. Ukraine has got one of the biggest amounts of Indian students, more than 20,000. The well-being and safety of your citizens, it's our task, but first of all, it's task of your government. Immediately after the request of the Indian side, we abolished all the quotas on the seats, on the flights and everything. We tried to help. Now, unfortunately, airspace of Ukraine is closed. I spoke directly to many Indians residing in Ukraine. They like Ukraine. The majority of them don't want to be evacuated. They are praying to God for some peaceful solution. And in this case, again, not only for the sake of Ukraine, but even for the sake of your citizens, all of us, including the powerful world leader Modi ji, they should exert every pressure, every effort to stop this aggression. One of the most powerful and respected world leaders is Modi ji. We are expecting that Modi ji will try to influence somehow Putin. We shall be also most grateful to the Modi ji for some words of support and maybe practical assistance to Ukraine. We are expecting for much more favorable attitude of the Indian government in this crisis situation. It's the moment of truth, moment of destiny. I am following all the reports on the site of your ministry, and the latest advisory to your citizens in Ukraine was just not to go out, not to go to Kiev, and recommendations and the statement of your Ministry of External Affairs was that India is closely following development of events. We are deeply dissatisfied with this position. What does it mean closely following or more closely? Now 10-15 people are killed. When hundreds or thousands will be killed, in this case, what will happen? Is following more closely. We are waiting, we are asking, we are pleading for the strong voice of India. In this case, I think that in this case, your Prime Minister can address Mr. Putin, he can address our President. Many times in the history, India played peacekeeping role. You are among the first nations from the point of view of amount of peacekeepers, even of military casualties during peacekeeping operations. That's why peace-loving nation of India, we are asking for your strong voice, history of your diplomacy. You had such bright guys like Chanakya, or otherwise he is called Kautilya, approximately 2,400 years back, when on the major part of Europe there was no civilization. And even those days you had qualified diplomacy. Let's go into your mythological stories. Just remember Mahabharata, which according to some reports, the war happened in 3102nd year before Christ. Even before Mahabharata war, there were active attempts of solving this conflict by peaceful means. Unfortunately, in Mahabharata case, it was not so successful, but I'm hoping that in our case, it should be much more successful. Don't forget that India, for many years, was and still the leader of non-alignment movement. Non-alignment movement was created in the time of the Cold War just to prevent wealth tensions. It was based on the principles of peace. Don't forget that India was among architects of the world famous 5 principles, Panchashila. That's why at the present moment we are asking, pleading the support of India. India is the powerful global player, and in case of aggression of totalitarian regime,